Well. I'm here. Yes, I am here. It is I, the SaleenDriver, here once again for episode number 242 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with SaleenDriver, host of the longest running Wednesday Afternoon live stream in all of YouTube that I know of. Host of the show that is the definitive live stream about nothing in particular. And we do that every time we come on the air. We cover a ton of different topics. First of all, want to apologize to everyone for missing last week's stream. I put together the stream. I had every intention of being on the stream or hosting the stream. And then I got called away from the house at the last minute. And I was in such a hurry to leave the house that I forgot to cancel the stream. So I want to apologize to everyone that was on here. It wasn't until Battle Angel texted me into private and informed me that, by the way, everyone's waiting for you. Where are you? Are you all right? Et cetera, that I realized that I'd done fucked up. So I apologize to everyone that was here. And I will leave it at that. And that makes it that and I did make picks later on in the week. Vic texted me with the weekly picks, and I did pick before any of those games were played, so they are legitimate picks. And I'm sure that Sven and Vic will be on here later, and we'll go over where we are at with our picks so far for the year. Let's see who's in the box. We have Steve Pearson was first in the box. Good afternoon, sir. Matt Dumit, here as usual. Good to see you, sir. Nate DeGreat, not late. True statement. He was not late. Steve says, my dogs beat FSU in basketball last night. FSU down bad, which I know you love. Yes, my two favorite teams in any sport are Florida and who's ever playing against Free Shoes University. We also beat FSU in basketball. Last night, the Gators lost basketball by 1 point to Duke in Cameron Indoor Arena. So while they didn't beat Duke and they're 5-3 on the year, they're not the team of last year that won the whole thing. They are a decent team, and I think they'll do okay, but I don't know very much about the basketball other than I sometimes enjoy watching it, sometimes not. So I do not there is Sven, a Gator with an X, yes, which would probably be a good indication of my mood. And we'll get into that. Because I'm sure literally nobody here cares what I think about what Florida did on Sunday. But I'm going to talk about it anyway because, hey, it's my fucking channel. It's my fucking show. And I'm going to fucking talk about what I want to fucking talk about. And what I want to talk about for a few minutes is the absolute fuck up hire of the latest Gator head coach. Now, did I want Lane Kiffin? Not really. I think I made that very plain for a couple of years now. Every time Lane Kiffin was brought up as a possible coach for the Florida Gators, I was one of the people, and I was in the minority, that said, I do not want to see Lane Kiffin prowling the sidelines in the swamp. I didn't want a, fly by night coach with tendencies to leave programs on a moment's notice for what he perceives as greener pastures. If I'm going to get a coach of that caliber, I prefer that he stick around a while. What's up, RJT? Good to see you, sir. So no, I'm not unhappy that Lane Kiffin is going to coach the Corn Dogs and not my Gators. Now, who would I have wanted instead? Well, I could have lived with Franklin. I could have lived with this guy Fish. I could have lived with several coaches. Preferably a coach that coached in the Power 4/Power 5. Now, those of you who might follow me on the Book of the Faces, hang on. Yeah, Lane Kiffin abandoned Old Piss like he did the Voltards and like he did USC. He abandons teams and programs with complete abandon. I repeat myself. Yeah, and no conscience, no loyalty, no nothing. He just up and leaves. And yeah, he was destined to leave Ole Miss, and I don't begrudge the man for trying to go find greener pastures with more of an opportunity to win a natty than he would have at Old Piss. Let's face it, the next national champion is not going to come out of the state of Mississippi. Not now, not for probably the next 20 years. They just don't have it in them. They don't have the recruiting. They don't have the facilities. They don't have the program. Sorry. Not going to. Yeah, the man has no loyalty. Yeah, I think Lane Kiffin is an immature, mercenary jerk off, and I didn't want him anywhere near my program. But I was in a minority, and you know what? I would have, if he had actually come to Florida, I would have basically acquiesced. Okay, this is what the AD wanted. This is what the majority of the fans wanted. I'm just going to be a loyal Gator and kind of just hold my tongue and, maybe grumble a little here and there so people know I'm on the record as not liking this hire. So when he actually does fuck off and leave in a couple, 3-4 years, I can be the one that stands up, raises my hand and said, told you so. Now I don't have to do that because Lane Kiffin is going to go try and drag the tired Bayou Bengals to prominence, and I don't think he can do it, but we'll see. But instead, we hired who I am going. What's up, Vic? Don't worry, I'm going to drop the link in a few minutes. I'm just going to get this off my chest. So what did the Gators end up with? Well, for those of you who follow me on the Book of the Faces, you would know that I put up a graphic on my wall that showed a side-by-side comparison of Sunbelt Billy and who I am going to refer to from now on as G5 Johnny. I mean, I could call him, Sunbelt Summerall. But I like G5 Johnny better. That's my mom. Hang on a minute. Yeah, that was my mom checking on me. I'll tell you why in a minute. No, wait, no. Tulane is not in the Sun Belt. They're in the AAC. That's but I have seen online where he was referred to as a Sun Belt Summerall, and I thought that's weird. But maybe that's a dig at Sun Belt Billy being, Summerall being basically Billy Napier 2.0. But the graphic I put up on my page on the Book of the Faces showed a side-by-side comparison of the two coaches. And they're almost identical. I mean, they're within a game of each other in all the different categories. One loss, bowl games, record versus top 25, championships in conference, and on and on. So basically, Florida and their idiot AD Strickland, who really needs to be fired yesterday for his absolute incompetency. Florida basically said, well, the Sun Belt Billy era was such a failure, we're going to do it again. This is like socialists saying, well, we know socialism has failed everywhere in the world that it's been tried. It's failed in Cuba, Venezuela, Soviet Union, Eastern Europe, Central America, practically every country in Africa, on and on. Well, it's failed everywhere it's been tried, but we're going to try it again because, damn it, we can make it work this time. We're not going to change anything, but damn it, we're going to make it work this time. And that's what Florida has done. They've basically taken another G5 coach with minimal experience in the Power Four as a position coach and a coordinator, just like Sunbelt Billy, and who's been a head coach and arguably a successful head coach in the G5, and handing him the keys to a big boy program. I know Florida is not considered a big boy program at the moment, but go with me on the argument. They've handed him the keys to a big boy program and say, okay, you've now graduated from the kiddie table to the big boy table with the adults, and let's see what you can do with it. And you know what he's going to do with it? Nothing. He's going to be another disaster, just like Sunbelt Billy. Only instead of Sunbelt Billy 1.0, it's now Sunbelt Billy 2.0. G5 Johnny is going to do nothing. Florida has proven to me that they don't take football seriously anymore. Either we're a basketball school or we just have an athletic department that doesn't care. Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. Anyway, Florida obviously doesn't take football seriously anymore. And it's obvious to me. It's probably obvious to all of you. Probably not obvious to guys like Octavian and that guy in Jasper, whatever his name was. Vic knows who I'm talking about. The guy in Jasper. He used to smoke pot online. What was his name? What was his name, Vic? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Now, my initial reaction was, okay, if Florida's not going to take, was it Lance and Jasper? I think it was Lance and Jasper. my initial reaction on Sunday was, okay, if Florida is obviously not going to take football seriously anymore, I quit. I'm just going to quit. And I'll find something else to do until Strickland gets fired and G5 Johnny gets fired. And I'm not going to pick another team. I'll focus more on Harvard, which obviously got destroyed by Villanova in the FCS championship playoffs. But it was their first time there, and they're going to have to do a lot more serious recruiting and at their school if they're going to be making moves in the FCS. But that's another story. But a few of my fellow Gators have sort of talked me off the ledge of completely ghosting on college football until Strickland is fired and G5 Johnny is fired, which obviously is going to take a couple, 3 years, 3-4 years to make that happen. But I'm not going to take this shit seriously anymore. I just can't. And you know what? You guys that want to clip this part and troll me on it and make fun of me on it on your programs, go ahead. I don't care. I basically, as long as Strickland is the AD and G5 Johnny is the coach, unless they can prove me wrong, which so far, with the hiring of our defensive coordinator from Kentucky, a team that just got lunched 42-0 or 41-0 by Louisville, and has had a shit defense, and that's our new DC in Florida. You're not impressing me, Johnny. You're not impressing me at all so far. You're saying all the right things. You're basically quoting Friday Night Lights and shit like that in your speeches. You're hiring a DC out of Kentucky that has a mediocre defense. I don't know what Florida's done today at National Signing Day. I honestly don't know. I don't follow signing days. I'll leave that to Uncle Lou and others like him. I just don't see Florida taking football seriously anymore. And I'm not going to waste my time at my age, more birthdays behind me than in front of me. I just can't take that shit seriously anymore. I got better things to do with my life. So until Florida decides to get serious with football again, I'm not going to quit, but I'm not going to invest any real time in it either. Good afternoon to the Battle Angel, the most patient and put upon woman in all of YouTube and all of the internet. That would be BA, not BS. Thank you. Yeah, I did. Well, Nate understands a bit, but so I've said my piece. I'm basically done, investing emotional overload on Florida. I will always be a Florida fan, but I'm not going to beat myself up over a team and a program and an athletic department that doesn't take the program seriously anymore. There's a StreamYard link. I'm sure Sven and Vic will come in and we can go over what happened last week and we can talk about what's happening in championship week. And you can tell me where I'm wrong when it comes to the Gators or where I'm right. Well, both of you are not Gator fans and nobody here is a Gator fan except me. So I'm sure nobody really cares, but I'm essentially done with the emotional part of being a Gator fan. Now, hey, maybe Florida, maybe G5 Johnny proves me wrong. Maybe Florida goes, 8-4 next year. The schedule is certainly favorable next year for a decent record. I'll put that up in a minute here. In fact, I'll put that up I'll put that up right now. Hang on. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Florida 2026. Well, they haven't finalized everything yet. I'll share that screen in a minute. Hey, son.
Hello.
Nate, Mr. Bug Eyes. How you doing, man? Hang on a minute before we go into the insanity. Share screen. Let's go with that one. Okay. Can we all see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. Obviously the dates aren't really up here, but I mean we got games against, let's see, we got Florida Atlantic, that's winnable. Campbell, never heard of them, that's winnable. Florida State is winnable. Georgia we lose to. Auburn, Kentucky, Missouri, Texas, Ole Miss, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Vandy. I mean, it's a schedule that could get us to a bowl game, 7-5, 8-4, something like that in G5 Johnny's first year. It's not like it's been the past 2 years where the schedule is basically impossible to win. But I'm willing to be proved wrong by G5 Johnny, but I don't think I will be. Anyway, how you doing, Sven?
I'm down bad.
You're not as down bad as we are.
Well,
Saleen, let me tell you something. John Summerall is 10,000 times better right now as Billy Napier ever will be. John Summerall is a very, very respected and very good head coach. And he knows what he is doing. And you will see it. Maybe not in year one, but in year two.
No, I figured year one for him, he's not going to have his own players. He's going to be dealing with Sun Belt Billy leftovers. So year one of any new coach.
Summerall was the coach of Tulane. So, and Tulane is a very, very respected program. It's not like Billy Napier, who came from Lafayette, who had one good season. Tulane is always there. Always.
Yeah, but Tulane is still a group of 5 school.
But
it's a little boy it's a little boys school, and now this guy is going to coach where the big boys play.
Yeah, but football,
even Florida, with as much damage as there's been to the program, with now 5 bad coaches since Urban Meyer. Moose Stump, Shark Humper, Mullen, Napier. 4 bad coaches. Did I miss one?
No, McElwain.
No, Shark Humper. Wait a minute. Okay, after it was Moose Stump, Shark Humper, Mullet, and Sunbelt Billy. So 4 coaches since Meyer. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of damage to this program, and it's being run by a guy that I'm convinced now was hired by someone else to absolutely destroy the program forever. Who that is, I'm not really sure. It might be Georgia for all I know. Even in the condition that Florida is now, it's considered still to be a big boy program. And now we've got basically a redux of Napier. I mean, you look at Napier's record prior to getting to Florida, and you look at G5 Johnny's record prior to getting to Florida, and they read exactly the same. They're within a game of each other in all the key categories. You know, I'm going to try and find that graphic. I gotta hang on. I want to try and find that graphic because it was very telling, and I posted it up on my Facebook. Let me see if I can find it on my page. If the Book of the Faces would load, that would be nice. Got to be here. By the way, my block list on Facebook is growing by leaps. And here it is right here. My block list on Facebook is growing by epidemic proportions. I mean, it's amazing to me how much hatred you get for just expressing a countervailing opinion.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Here we go. Okay, can you all see that?
No.
Yes.
Now. Yes. Yes, now.
Okay. Napier, Johnny. 4 years at Louisiana. 4 years at, 2 group of 5 teams. 40-12, 27-5 in conference. 42-11, 28-4 in conference. 16-3 in one-score games. 15-3 in one-score games. 2-1 in bowl games. 1-1 in bowl games. 2 Sun Belt titles, and this says 2 Sun Belt titles. That's obviously not, well, maybe it's right, maybe it's wrong. I don't know. 5 years of SEC experience, 5 years of SEC experience. 1-4 versus top 25 teams. 2-6%. They're the same guy. It's the same. It's Napier 1.0 and Napier 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's G5 Johnny version 0.5 and G5 Johnny version 1. They're the same coach, the same record. Everything is the same. Where am I wrong here? I mean, nobody here can fault the numbers. The numbers don't lie. The numbers do not lie.
I think the staff, I guess.
Sun Belt Billy and G5 Johnny are 2 sides of the same coin. There are peas in a pot. They're peas and carrots. They're peanut butter and jelly. Whatever idiotic cliche you want to throw out at them, they're the same guy, same record, and we're doing it all over again. Tell me where G5 Johnny is better than Sun Belt Billy.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I just showed you the records. They're the same record.
Okay. Do you want to tell me Josh Heupel is an elite coach because he went 10-2 and 8-4? Heupel is as mediocre as it gets. He can't beat any ranked teams. So
Right.
He plays a dirty style of football. If he loses to lower competitions, he injures players willingly.
Thank you, Matt.
That's Heupel.
Okay,
So-
but what has Heupel got to do with G5 Johnny?
Heupel came from UCF.
I know that. Another
Heupel never
G5
was a head coach before. Never.
Yeah, and he's not doing so great now. I mean, he's doing a little better than the last guy. What was the last guy? Was that Lyle?
And
No, it was the McDonald's money bags guy, whatever his name was.
I don't
I forgot his
want to. Yeah, Pruitt, Jeremy Pruitt.
Pruitt, thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
you're not
I don't.
really dissuading my argument here.
No, I don't want to tell you that Samuel wins you 2 national championships. like
I don't think,
Spurrier
I
or
don't think he'll
Mayo.
get
So,
playoffs.
but he will make Florida a respectable 8 to 9 win program instant in 2 years.
I do not want to be a respectable 8 or 9 win program. I want to be beating Georgia consistently. I want to be beating
Yeah.
Florida State every
Dream
year. I
on.
want to be beating
You do-
Tennessee consistently. I want to be in the playoffs. I
Oh.
want people to see the orange and blue coming out of the tunnel and tremble again.
Oh,
That's what I want.
yeah, but that's delusional. Ain't gonna happen, Saleen. Ain't gonna happen. Florida was a shit show for 135 years and 15 years good. That's the reality. Florida is a shit show program. It's a shit show school with a shitty football program who lapped up with Steve Spurrier and Urban Meyer. And that's the reality. I don't want to troll you, but that's the reality. I mean, it's like Mississippi State. Mississippi State was good for 1 year. So, in the rest of the 150 years, we were a shit show. And Florida was not for 149 years bad. They were bad for 135 years. You had 15 good years, and the rest was shit.
Well,
I mean, you had a 10-win season with Mullen. So
every program is like that, Sven. Even Alabama had
I know
a bunch of bad years too.
But look, you don't even have the resources to compete with the real big boys.
Not anymore.
Georgia's-
No, we got to rebuild.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not rebuilding. We're regressing.
I don't think so. I mean, Summerall will get it done. I truly believe this.
I don't believe it.
We will see.
But you know what, Sven? I am absolutely willing to be proven wrong on this.
Yeah, of course. I mean,
but I don't see it. I look at the man. I look at his record. I look at his resume, and I'm not impressed. I see Billy Napier with a different haircut, and then I see his hire for DC. That was it yesterday or today. He hired a DC. He hired the DC out of Kentucky. The same Kentucky that just got butchered 41-0 by Louisville.
Yeah.
Louisville, a middle of the road program.
Yeah, Louisville would beat Florida 41-10.
Yeah, and you just hired the defensive coordinator from a team that got lit up for 41 points by a nobody, comparatively. And I'm not impressed. I'm not. G5 Johnny has got to start doing things that impress me. Yeah. And a whole hell of a lot of other people in Gator Nation too. He ain't doing it. I hear words. I see little video vignettes and everything, but I realize he hasn't even been on the job, and he's not even on the job technically now. He's still coaching Tulane in the AAC championship game, and I think he's going to coach them in their bowl game too. I don't begrudge him that. I mean, he took him that far. He deserves to take him the rest of the way.
What you should do, Saleen, and what make you change your opinion is go to YouTube. You know what YouTube to find. Type in Tulane and watch some highlights of some games, and you see what I'm talking about.
You know what? I might just do that. But I'll tell you what. Can you go over the picks from last week? I'm sure.
I can. We have to go over the picks of the last 2 weeks because I had to send Vic the picks because I don't have your phone number and I don't want your phone number. And Vic sent you the picks and he sent me back the picks from you.
Right. So
because Vic is a nice guy. By the way, what the heck was going on? What is going on with Harvard?
They got. You mean against Yale or
Yeah,
against Villanova?
yeah.
Yale. Well, I tell you something. When you spot a team a 17-point lead in the first quarter, you notice that they lost to Yale by 17. They basically played Yale straight up after
Yeah.
spotting them a 17-point lead, and
Good.
I was just
Okay.
discussing the whole thing.
So let's see.
But at
2
least
weeks
Florida.
ago, 2 weeks ago, we had Florida State against NC State. NC, North Carolina. So North Carolina won. We had it all right. So the second game was Missouri against Oklahoma, and I had to make round up. I picked Missouri, and I was, of course, dead wrong. So
Missouri has yet to earn my trust on anything.
yeah, Missouri is
I think that's
Missouri.
I think that's like every SEC fan that is not a Missouri fan.
What's up, man?
Missouri is was lucky, like Ole Miss, with their schedule. And you will see next year. So the third game was Miami against Virginia Tech, the Hokies. We all got it right.
Donkeys.
The fourth one was Georgia Tech against Pitt, and only with Pittsburgh, and he got it right.
Yeah, I was a little embarrassed by that.
So, and the next game was Florida against Tennessee, and guess who picked this one right? Again, the big two.
I'm generally not going to pick against Florida, even when Florida's down bad. I'm always going to be hopeful, etc. But I really, logically, I didn't think Florida had much of a chance.
So
and they got wrecked.
The next game was Nico, I'm going to leave you against Washington, and we got this one right. Washington won. So the next one was TCU against Houston. Houston was ranked. So, and Rick thought that's a good idea to pick Houston. He was wrong. And the last one was Yale against Howard. We know how this goes.
Yeah, that was.
I
really
all
was
lost. Yeah,
very disappointed in Harvard. They had a stellar season all the way up to the last game, and then they said, "Oops."
Harvard
what it is about Yale. They have Harvard's number. They really do.
Harvard did exactly what Mississippi State did in 2014. We were 10-0 and lost the second to last game to Alabama and the last game to Ole Miss and missed the playoffs. So this week was Florida against Florida State. We all got this one right.
That game warmed my heart.
Y'all got one wrong. I thought I picked Florida.
You picked Florida. That's exactly right. Oh, by the way, congratulations to your $100 from Millis. You won the lottery.
Oh yeah. You told me. Yeah.
And PA won, Yoda won, and something. I forgot the fourth one.
You got GF Sports.
Yeah. So the second game was South Carolina against Clemson. I got it wrong. I picked South Carolina. I got all picks wrong on this day. So the next one was Michigan against, what is this? Ohio
State, yeah.
I did have a feeling that Ohio State's going to win that one.
Right.
So, and I picked Michigan, you picked Ohio State. Good for you.
Yeah.
So the next one, Ole Miss against Mississippi State. I lost, you won. The next one was UGA against Nerd. UGA won. UGA.
What happened
against the Nerds?
Well,
UGA against the Nerds.
That was a given. You know what surprised me about that game was it was so low scoring. 16 and 9. I really expected Georgia to put up more points than
that's what I thought. we all heard that's going to
Yeah.
be more points.
The next one was Aggies against Texas, and this was mind blowing.
Yeah, I blew
Yeah.
this.
We got
one.
it all wrong.
Yeah, we all had A&M. Yeah.
Who the hell thought that
So,
Texas?
and the next one,
Not me.
Marcel Reed was injured.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, I
He
don't mind because
was it
because
the knee? Vic, you watched the game like
yeah,
me.
I
Was it the
did.
knee or was it? I think the knee in the
Well, I don't know
in the
what
fourth
happened,
quarter.
but I mean, he got up and jogged
Yeah,
off the field on his own. So I
yeah,
mean,
but
I
it
mean,
looked not healthy.
Well,
So, in the last one was Bob DeBarno lost to Alabama.
yep,
damn.
they did.
So,
Yeah,
and the
I had
winner
the
of the
barn. Yeah.
season is the old man with 58 points. Second place is the young blood with 55 points. And the last place by a mile is the dumb German with 49 points.
Yeah, y'all are both the old man, but yeah.
Well, I'm older.
But
Yeah,
Yeah, y'all both.
he's a year
Yeah,
older.
y'all both old, but yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm also
so,
half German. So.
and
I'm the
if
youngest
you
one
like,
here.
we can do this in the playoffs.
Oh, sure. Why
Well,
not keep it going?
we can do it for the conference championship games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Vic, we have to do one
Yeah,
thing because I have knocked my laptop on. I had to scroll. You look up and give me the games, and
Yeah, I
I'll
already
write
know.
them down.
Yeah, I already know what the games are. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can look it up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I've already. Yeah, I think I've already.
I think Vic has them memorized at this point.
Saleen, Vic, Sven, game.
But I won the regular season, didn't
You
Jack,
won the regular season title.
Can
So-
I play too?
58, 55. Damn it. He picked 9 games more than me. And he's a Florida man.
Wow.
Damn it. I'm down bad.
I? Yes,
I
you
lost
are.
to a Gator.
I'm down worse.
Yeah. So, Vic,
All
game
right.
1.
Okay. So I guess we'll. So I guess we can do. Did y'all want to do G5 first or P4 first?
Whatever you want.
P4.
Give me the
Whatever,
game.
whatever you want, sir.
Okay, sure. I guess we'll do the P5 games first. So of course we got
Ohio State.
we got Ohio State and Indiana.
Yeah.
I
UGA.
got
So anyway, so Ohio State or Indiana.
Give me first the games. I want to write the games down.
Okay. So we got SEC. We got Bama and Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we got in the ACC we have Virginia and Duke.
Duke. Yeah.
Yeah, Duke.
Every time I hear that,
A basketball school.
that has to be the worst championship game of all time. I mean,
Facts.
Jesus,
In history.
Facts. It's
Probably the
It's
Power Four.
two basketball schools. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Not even clumsy.
the Big 12.
Yeah, Big
It's
12.
BYU
And
Texas
Texas
Tech, yeah?
Tech again.
and,
that's
B-
gonna be
and
exciting.
BYU.
Yeah, again. Yeah, Texas Tech and BYU again. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
uh,
So now.
Big Ten.
Okay. So yeah. We already said the Big Ten.
Oh, you did?
games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Yeah, we did that one first. Okay.
So,
Okay. So now for the G5, we got I think it's North Texas. Is at Tulane.
North Texas.
that's the AAC
Is
championship.
at
Tulane.
Tulane, which I don't understand why it's being played at Tulane. I mean North Texas beat UTSA, and Tulane lost to UTSA. So I thought
No,
that.
in
So I thought
this
that.
league, Vic,
that-
in this league is a rotation, and every team from this division or from this conference has won one time in 15 years the conference championship game at their place. And at this year it was lucky that Tulane played in the championship game and got it.
Right, so your higher seed.
You're gonna do the Mountain West too.
Anyway, yeah, the Mountain West is going to be UNLV at Boise State.
The rematch.
How
Boise.
many games are we picking? All the championship games or just
Yes,
7 of them?
all the
Yes.
FBS ones. No, we're going to do all of them. Yeah.
So
All right,
Sunbelt.
The Sun Belt, that's Troy at James Madison.
One of those Kansas State.
No, that's Conference USA.
Oh.
So
Duke.
next one.
Yeah, that'll be Conference USA. That's Kennesaw State at Jacksonville State.
Kennesaw was good this year, huh?
Yeah, they weren't bad. 9-3.
Yeah, and then for the MAC, you've got Miami of Ohio versus Western Michigan. Yes, the MAC is the only G5 conference that does theirs at a neutral site.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Is that Ford Field?
yeah, their game is at Ford Field in Detroit. Yeah.
All right, well, let's pick them.
So okay. Let's start with Ohio, Indiana. I take Indiana.
Yeah, gotta go with Ohio State. Yeah.
Yeah, give me overrated State University.
Okay.
Okay.
UGR versus Alabama.
So am I not?
Can the earth open up and swallow them both? You know,
Yeah. Can
I'm-
they
I'm
both
gonna-
lose?
I think Kirby and company are due. So I'm gonna, as much as it eats at my soul, I'm gonna pick them dogs.
Okay, and Vic?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm.
You have to ask. I mean, the
Yeah,
man
I
is
mean,
going to pick
no,
Georgia.
I mean, yeah, I can't. Yeah, I just, yeah. Just, I mean, I decided that after this last loss to Alabama, that I wasn't gonna pick Georgia to beat Alabama
So
anymore.
I pick
So I'm
Alabama.
gonna have to go with Bama. Yeah.
You go
I mean,
with
I
Bama.
hope.
Are you kidding me?
I
I'm the
hope
one
I'm
that picks
wrong,
Georgia.
but yeah,
I'm the one. I'm the only one
I
that's going
hope
to pick
I'm
Georgia
wrong.
on this one.
Yeah. So
I mean,
Virginia,
I
I want
hope I'm
somebody to
wrong.
call up
I
Uncle
really
Lou
do.
right now and tell him that the Gator is the only one of the three of us that picked Georgia.
Yeah, basically.
So-
Battle Angel, tell your guy that I picked Georgia to beat Alabama, and these two picked Bama to beat
Yeah, I
Georgia.
hope.
I want
I
to
hope I'm
see. I
wrong.
want to see if Lou's head explodes.
you know what? Athens can explode, and Tuscaloosa can burn down. I don't care. I'm not a Bama fan, and I'm not a UGA fan. I don't
Well,
care.
neither am I. Anyway,
I don't care.
Moving on. Next game.
Okay, Virginia against the basketball school.
Yeah.
Duke. I take Duke.
This has to be the
I'll go.
worst championship game ever.
Okay, yeah, I've got Virginia.
I picked Virginia.
Yeah,
I got
you get
Virginia.
Virginia.
Okay.
Get Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to take Virginia.
So the next one should be anonymous. I take Texas Tech over BYU.
Yeah, I
the
take Texas Tech.
The ghost of Leach will be there. So
Yeah,
Texas,
I think that. I think that Tech blows out BYU again.
Can you imagine Mike Leach had the money that Tech has now? Goodness me. This would be UNLV against Boise. I have to pick UNLV.
Yeah. I guess I'll go Lou NLV. Yeah.
Now I'm
picking
never
Boise.
I'm never picking Mullet again. Boise.
Oh. Mullen beat Kirby.
Mullen can go fuck himself. You know,
So,
go dress up in
remember
Darth
this is
Vader and sit on a saddle horn.
Good. So the next one is Troy against James Madison. I take James Madison.
yeah, JMU. Yeah.
By
Yeah.
the way, Signetti came from JMU, and 2 years later, they are 10-1 or 10-2 or something like that.
They're
Did you know
11-1.
the line
Or
on that
11-1.
the line on that game is 23.5.
So,
I'll take JMU with the points.
and you, Saleen?
Yeah, I'm taking
Troy?
James Madison to win the game.
Okay, JMU. So Kennesaw against JSU, Jackson State.
Yeah.
I take the
Well,
underdog. I take
Yeah,
Kennesaw.
remember they already played, and I think Jacksonville State won the
Yeah,
first.
I take.
Well, I used to live in Kennesaw, so I'm going to pick Kennesaw.
Yeah, I think
me
I'll
too.
go. Yeah, I think I'll go Kennesaw. I got Lou a Kennesaw State helmet, so I guess I'll go Kennesaw State.
Rec Talk went to a Kennesaw State game this year. When Georgia Tech had a bye week, he went to Kennesaw, and there were 500 people in the stands. So Miami of Ohio against Western Michigan. I take Miami of Ohio.
Yeah. These two teams also played already, and I believe Miami of Ohio won the first time.
By the way, it's the only
I'm
Miami.
gonna go with I'm gonna go with Western Michigan.
Yeah, so am I. Western Michigan, please.
Yeah. By the way, Miami of Ohio is the only Miami who ever plays in a championship game for the past 30 years. Did you know that? So there we have it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 games. 1 extra game. Good. I have it.
Should be. Well, I know it should. It should be 9 actually, but
It's
Who do we miss?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ja, warte mal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ich habe aber nur 8. Warte mal, was haben wir denn? Ach, wir haben North Texas against Tulane. Haben wir vergessen.
Oh.
We forgot North Texas against Tulane.
Well, I have to support my new coach, don't I? So I'm gonna pick Tulane just because.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'll go. North Texas.
Of course you will.
Me not. I go Tulane. So there we have it. Good. I give you the results next week. By the way, Saleen, sorry that we interrupt you last week and sent you the pics via telephone. But,
No, that's right. I apologize for that. Missing the stream. When I started this stream, the first thing I did was apologize for missing it. I got called away and had to leave the house real quick.
No, it's okay.
And I had already set up the stream, as you guys know, and I completely forgot to. Hi, Libby, how are you? I completely forgot to delete the stream, and it was 3:30, and Battle Angel texts me and says, "Are you okay? You know, people are waiting for you on the stream," and it's like I'm not even home. And I said, "Oh man, I forgot to delete the stream." And it's like, "Oh, you moron." Okay, well,
we survived it.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah.
So Libby's here.
So hello, young girl. Good morning.
Hello, how's everyone?
I'm down bad. I lost our pick'em, our regular season pick'em. I'm dead last. I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot of the hour. And the old
Does
man
that mean
won.
you have to do it? Does that mean you're the one that has to do a nudie run?
No.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, so now.
But you've got to understand, Sven, Libby doesn't understand American football, so.
You were being a condescending asshole yesterday. Oh, not yesterday, day before, and wouldn't fucking explain it to me.
I forgot. What did I not explain?
Oh, you
How
were
is the
bitching
baby
about
doing,
something
Libby?
Let me look it up. Hang
You
on.
were bitching about something with your fucking football team, and I asked you what the fuck you were crying for, and you said, I'm not going to explain it to you.
Oh, that's bad.
Hold on.
And I
Hold
said,
on.
why? Because you think I'm stupid. And you said, no. And I said, instead of being a condescending asshole, you could explain it to me. You know that, right? And you said, maybe later. You said, maybe later. You don't understand real football. And then I laughed at you, and then you said, shut up.
Hang on. I got to find it.
I think it's got something to do with the coach or some shit they've got for your team now. Isn't that what you're
Well, yeah,
pissed
I
off
was
about?
pretty upset about that. I still am.
Yeah, well, that's probably what it was. So what, is he no good or something? What's wrong with the coach?
There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with him. It's just that it's just not who they wanted.
Oh, well, fucking hell.
Yeah. So the so the problem was it's because he's a lot like the coach that they hired
All that they sacked.
He's
the first
exactly
time.
like the coach that they just fired.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
put up the
because
graphic earlier. He's exactly like his record at Troy and Tulane is
So
literally a
then,
mirror image of Sunbelt Billy's record at Louisiana.
so your footy team is doing the equivalent of Sideshow Bob walking around, stepping on all those rakes, hitting themselves in the face?
yeah,
Pretty much, yeah.
yeah, yeah, it's exactly how it is. Yeah.
The definition of insanity is doing something over and over again and hoping for a different result.
Yes, because
you
they're
complaining about the
doing.
delivery service. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
so
Vic, what were you
yeah,
saying?
yeah. So what they're doing is they're taking another coach from a school that's on
A
like
minor league school.
a lower level, like a lower league than than
Oh, well,
Florida.
you never know. It could work out well.
It could. I will grant that it could, but it probably won't.
Okay. Well, you don't know yet, do you? So there's no
No,
use
I
borrowing
don't know.
fucking
Nobody knows. Obviously, I'm just going on experience guided by. No wait.
being a grumpy old tit.
Okay, well, whatever. But experience and past performance tells me that this is not going to work out well. But I leave open the possibility that I could be wrong here.
Is you could be wrong, and I guess you're hoping to be wrong.
And
Yes.
if you are wrong, I'm going to go, nah, 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 nah.
You won't even be paying attention, so whatever.
Doesn't mean I can't go, nah, 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 nah.
Well, you know what? If I promise everyone on here and everyone who might be watching this afterwards, if I'm wrong about G5 Johnny, I will be the first. I will come on here first thing, and I will say, "Hey, back in 2020, at the end of 2025, when I said all those things about G5 Johnny, I guess I was wrong, and I admit it, and I apologize."
And the fucking world will end.
Okay. But you know what? Your kid's going to celebrate her 10th birthday before I have to admit that I'm wrong about that, because I won't be wrong, because G5 Johnny is going to be a disaster.
Yeah, okay. Have you had any experience?
Look at his first hire. I already said this, but I'll say it again because Vic wasn't here. His first hire as defensive coordinator is the defensive coordinator from the Kentucky Wildcats, a team that just got lunched 41-0 by Louisville.
Well, that might not have been his fault. It could have been one of the other dickheads on the fucking team in charge telling him what to do.
The defensive coordinator is the guy that coaches the defensive side of the football. Basically, his defense, the defense that he coached, got lit up for 41 points by a minor program like Louisville.
That's funny. So basically, they should just hire you, and you should just be the super coach that does everything.
Yes.
Saleen,
Yeah.
sorry, but Louisville is a better program as Florida.
Yeah, they are a better program than Florida.
A way better program. A way better.
Louisville is not exactly what I call a lights out program.
No,
but they
are good.
Contend for conference titles or contend for
No.
playoff spots. They're a middle of the road team.
Yeah, but they never have 4-win, 5-win seasons. They always have 8 wins.
Yeah, but
Always.
the defense just got lit up. Yeah, but the Kentucky defense just got lit up for 41 points.
Yeah, I know.
So the defense is non-existent.
Kentucky is a bad football team.
You just hired the defensive coordinator from a team who put up whose defense put up no fight against an in-state rival.
Yeah.
That doesn't
instill
a lot of confidence.
It's their arch rival. It's their arch rival. It's like Florida State. That's Kentucky, Louisville. It's the same.
Right. And you're making my point for me, Sven.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just here to watch the world burn.
You were born in the sun, my dear. It's summer.
Oh yeah, it's fucking getting real hot. It's fucking getting real hot too. They had a tropical cyclone up north earlier this month, or the end of last month. It was only a Category 3, but they
Do you guys use the same Stafford scale that we use?
I'm assuming so.
Category 3 is nothing to sneeze at.
No. But it wasn't as big as the one that hit Darwin in 2014. I think 2014 it was a Cat 5.
Yeah. Well, we got hit with a Cat 4 last year in Milton. And that was the first direct hit that my town got in 110 years.
Oh, but there's no climate change, Saleen.
No, there's no climate change. That's
climate change. There's no climate change. Human beings don't fucking contribute to the planet at all. No.
Yeah, no climate change, Saleen.
No.
Yeah.
Climate change is a
He
myth.
doesn't believe that human beings have any impact on the environment.
So you don't think that the Earth is getting warmer.
No. Climate is cyclical.
There you go, Vic. See, there you go.
Human beings have very little to do with climate.
I agree with you. It is cyclical. Yes, it is cyclical.
Yes, climate
is cyclical.
Is cyclical, but humans are causing it to change faster.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on. Let me put this to you guys and see if you can riddle me this.
Here we go.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, that climate change is real. Just for a moment, let's say it isn't. But let's say for the moment that it is, and eventually sea levels are going to rise and wipe out coastal areas of every country on Earth. Okay, let's say that is a legitimate scenario, even though it isn't. Okay, if I were a banker, for example, and I knew that, who did we just lose? Nate. We just lost Nate. Let's say I am running the loan department of a major bank, and I know, or I believe, that climate change is a legitimate theory, and that's all it really is a theory. But let's say I run a loan department of a major bank, and I believe that climate change is real. Would it be, and this is a simple question, would it be or would it not be irresponsible of me to loan money to people or businesses that want to build or develop property in coastal communities?
Well, there is like changes to how they do that now because
No. Banking, like every other industry, has changes
like
going
loaning
on.
shit out.
Okay. I repeat the question. If I am the head of a
Yes,
loan
it would
department of a
be.
major bank and I
Yes, it
believe
would
in
be.
climate change, it would
Yes,
be
it would be.
irresponsible. Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
would be.
If it is irresponsible of a bank to loan
No.
money to people and or companies to develop coastal communities, to build homes in coastal communities or build factories or build businesses,
Right,
because
yeah.
those properties are subject to being wiped out by this so-called climate change, rise in sea levels, then as a responsible banker, would I not shy away or completely eliminate loaning money to those kind or giving money to those kinds of developmental loans? If I were a responsible banker and
Yeah.
my responsibility was to my bank and its bottom line, I would not loan money to people to develop in coastal communities. I
Yeah,
wouldn't do it.
but you're going
I
under the
wouldn't
assumption
loan
that
money
you're
to anyone in the entire state of Florida, for example.
And how many responsible bankers have you fucking come across in your time?
Not a single
Many.
one.
Yeah,
Pretty
thank you,
cool.
Sven.
Every single banker I've known has been scrupulously responsible about obeying the rules
Wow.
and the laws of the city, county, state, and nation. And if you don't believe that, that's your problem. But my point is that not only are banks loaning money in, say, for example, the state of Florida to develop land for homes, apartments, businesses, and so on and so forth. But in the state of Florida, the housing market is booming, even while the housing market in most of the rest of the country isn't.
Isn't there? Yeah. Isn't there parts of Miami and shit that have like the king tides come in and now it's started taking out the roads and stuff?
I haven't heard any of that.
Oh, what a load of shit!
I live in the state of Florida, and if that was happening,
you know what?
And if it was happening in Miami, then it would also be happening in Sarasota.
There's islands
Tampa,
north of here. There's islands north. There's islands north of here. I think it's the Tiwi Islands. I could be mistaken. And they're slowly going underwater. Like literally going underwater. The people that are on those islands have been begging our government for fucking years to do something. And our government just turned around and made jokes about them drowning.
How are we going to reverse this? How are we going to do it?
You can't reverse it now, but you can fucking mitigate your bloody impact. Holy shit.
We couldn't cause it. How are we going to mitigate it?
In 2019, 2020, you remember the big fires that come through, right?
Yeah.
The ones that where all of our fucking country was on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, in Australia. Yes, I remember that. I also remember getting kicked off Druggy's channel.
So remember.
The rain. Okay, there's the rainforest burnt. The rainforest. It's not supposed to be fucking dry.
You mean
it's in the name, mate.
The same rainforest where the Davos crowd just cleared out an 8-mile long road so they could get into the rainforest?
The which one?
They just had a conference down in the rainforest, and they actually cleared out an 8-mile long road through the rainforest to get to a certain spot so that these
what is that here?
These private jet flying rich people could get to the conference in the rainforest.
Was that here?
No, it was in Brazil.
Amazonas.
Oh, okay. Well, then we're not fucking talking about that at the minute.
Yeah, we're not irresponsible.
Well, I'm just saying that all those people are all big on the climate and everything.
Yeah. Okay, so those people, right? The people that get on those private jets and shit that fly around, that speak out of one side of their mouth,
you're missing
they're
the point.
They're
Yeah,
not
those-
the ones
No,
that you're supposed to
yes,
fucking
they're
listen
fuckwits.
to.
They're hypocritical fuckwits flying around in
Yeah.
their private jets, killing the
Yeah.
rainforest.
exactly.
And that's not everyone that believes in climate change, though, is it?
Exactly. So
But
now,
all of those
yeah.
people are telling us how to live our lives with the
Yeah.
climate
Okay.
change, which doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
so now,
While
yeah,
flying around in their
You
private jets.
Yeah, so-
you realize you don't have to listen to those ones. There's people that don't do that that
yeah,
are fucking perfectly reasonable to talk
Yeah.
to.
yeah. It's not all
It's
just.
about practicing.
It's
Sorry,
it's
Jake.
not.
Okay,
Yeah, they're not.
so-
Yeah, they're not all Greta Thunbergs.
No,
So when
fuck
are you
no.
going to give up your little automobile and start bicycling everywhere?
I walk to work and stuff, dude.
Okay, but you use a car for some things, right?
Yeah, and I keep it a small one and I minimize my use.
Yeah, but you still use it.
I don't have a car, but I live in a
I
big town.
mitigate my.
You gotta
Okay,
give
so
up your
because
computers and your iPhones
Okay, so since when does believing in science equal that I have to stop having a car?
except the science that fueled the climate change
Oh,
nonsense.
you mean the
proven
thousands
to
and
be
thousands and
fraudulent.
thousands of work?
Yeah, which was all proven to be fraudulent years ago.
All of it.
That
It was
stuff that came
proven-
out of University of
proven-
East Anglia was proven to
it
be
was-
lies
It was proven false by who?
by our own EPA back years ago. They admitted it in emails back and forth between the EPA and the
Yeah, but there's
University
been
of
more.
Anglia that all their graphics were cooked.
Right,
cooked
so
books.
that one in particular was proven to be false. There's
But
been
they
other fucking.
use that
Hang on,
hockey stick.
wait
They
on.
use that hockey stick graphic to ram that crap down our
Oh
throats.
my
And
god.
it was proven to be lies.
Yeah, okay. That particular one you're talking about might have been disproven, right? There's still
It was
fucking
proven.
more being
Yeah,
done
there's still more.
that
Yeah,
fucking points to it.
yeah.
So why do they continue to develop coastal communities when they know they're going to be underwater in 50 years?
I'll say
Yeah,
it. I'll say it like this, Celine. Yeah, before the Great Flood, the people were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage
Fucking like monkeys.
up until the time of the flood. Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going biblical on me here.
Well,
Yeah.
no, we don't need to go back that
Yeah.
far.
I did, but yeah.
He's talking about Noah's Ark.
Yeah,
Normally-
I'll give you another example.
Noah's Ark, and that was in the gospel where that was one of Jesus'
Yes, but that flood was caused by
preachings.
God, not man.
So listen. Normally in
Okay, I'll give you
Florida,
another example, right? So you might not see
You
might not see it where you're at, right? Here, we're prone to having the cycles of drought and whatnot.
No,
The
we
drought-
have cycles of drought and whatnot too.
Finish, Jets. Cool your jets.
Well, I was just saying that we have the same thing. I mean,
Yeah,
everyone
right.
has cycles of
We've
rain.
got
And,
how many fucking deserts in our country? Like fucking 4 or some shit.
Well, y'all
Anyway,
well, we have
got
a
point
the
big
is-
outback, but yeah.
Mojave.
the droughts are lasting longer, and the average temperatures are getting hotter.
Yeah.
And everyone, including climatologists that don't believe in global warming, are quick to point out that the climate of the Earth is cyclical.
Yeah,
Earth
we know
goes
it's
through
fucking
natural-
cyclical. They're not
The Earth
supposed to be
goes through
doing
natural
that.
cycles of heating and cooling. Who is to say
In the matter
what is
of, like,
normal?
In the span of 20, 30 years, it's supposed to happen, is it? Or is it supposed to happen over like hundreds or thousands
Yeah.
of years?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, nobody can answer that with any accuracy.
That's the fucking
because
problem.
Yeah,
It's
the guy
happening
who did
over a period of 30 years, not like eons.
But
That's
nobody
the
can track back
concern.
that far. You can't track back that far because we weren't around back then.
They started tracking it from the fucking Industrial Revolution, darling. That was in like what,
Libby, the bottom
1900?
Libby, I'll tell you what, bottom line, you live your life like the world is going to end in 12 years, like Greta Thunberg and AOC.
In
Well, we
12
don't,
years.
we don't think
I'm
it's
going
going
to
to
live
end in
my
12
life like
years.
the world isn't going to end in 12 years.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
don't.
think it's going to end in 12 years.
And we'll get together in 2040 and see who's right.
Who said that the world was going to end in 12 years?
12 years.
Well,
No.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez
Al Gore.
several years ago said we got about 12 years.
Yeah, Al Gore. Yeah,
I think that was 6 years ago.
how many years did Al Gore say we had?
You know, it's funny
I can't
that
even
you bring
remember
that up,
him.
Vic, because I remember when Al Gore made his prediction, and Rush Limbaugh on his website way back when started a countdown from on his website, and started and had a constant running countdown clock to when the world was going to end, because that's what Al Gore said it was going to end on this particular time and date.
Yeah. So when?
I remember him making a big deal of it on you know what? I'm going to try and look it up. I'm going to see if it's still there.
Saleen, you know that Al Gore and Cortez are retarded. I say it nice. They are absolutely nuts. They are crazy.
Okay,
They should be locked down in a mental institution and
I
their
mean,
teeth
Rush
thrown away.
Limbaugh, and I mean, so is Rush Limbaugh. But,
okay,
Yeah.
hang on a minute.
So, and for you Americans, I tell you how it works with the coast of Florida and the coast of Mississippi.
Well, you don't. Well,
The
you
banks-
don't.
the
You
banks-
don't live in Florida. So.
No, but I know it because my son had the same to deal with in Vancouver, and Vancouver is on the coast.
Yeah.
Listen, the federal government, Obama and now Trump gives money to the state of Florida, to the state of Georgia, to the state of South Carolina, Mississippi, Louisiana, all these coast things. So, and they get the money to get the industry, the tourism, and all the housing back where it was.
Yep.
It's sponsored by federal government.
Yep.
And the
Right.
government of Florida gives it to the banks, because the state of Florida and the state of Mississippi don't have the people to deal with this. They are not used to deal with such things. They give it to the banks, and the banks give low credit lines to the people who lost their home or have to rebuild something. So to rebuild. So that's the bottom line. That's how it works. Trump gives the money to Dos Santos in Florida, and Dos Santos gives it to Mr. Miller from the Bank of Florida, and the Bank of Florida gives it to SaleenDriver, because SaleenDriver lost his roof in a thunderstorm in Sarasota, and he gets a credit line of 1% or something like that. So that's how it works.
I found a blurb about this countdown clock. Al Gore said in I think it was September of 1988 that we had 10 years left before the Earth cooked itself.
Yeah, and
So
he said,
you're using.
and he said
so
that in
that was
1988.
That was
So
before I was
1998 came and went,
born.
and guess what? It's 2025, and the Earth hasn't cooked itself.
Yeah.
So
That was before I was even born.
okay,
That's
well,
what the fuck?
I was alive during 1988 and 1998. And
The way you,
know what?
fucking talk,
Guess
you're
what?
probably alive during the
10-year
1900s.
In the 10-year interval between 88 and 98, I got a girlfriend who became my
the
wife,
poor woman.
who became a mother to my child, who
Mhm.
became a mother to my second child. We moved to Florida, and we lived in Florida, and the world didn't come to an end. I had two children Well, I only have one children between 88 and 98. The other one was born in 2001. 2001. But bought a house in Florida in 2001. Have lived my life in Florida since 2001. Florida hasn't disappeared under the ocean waves. Both my children are in Florida.
Look
They
up the
haven't
stuff
been
about
killed by
tides
rising
coming.
floods.
Yes, Florida.
I've seen my coastal community of Sarasota grow and expand and become bigger
Right. Go and look up
better.
what I said before about the fucking king tides coming in and coming in over the roads. It's in Miami.
Right.
King tides.
Right. Well,
But
I
look
mean,
it up on a fucking reputable fucking news thing, not fucking Fox News.
well, I mean, Florida was.
King
Florida was
tides
once
refer
under
to
the
extreme high and low tides that occur when the moon, earth, and sun are aligned.
Yeah.
And when the moon
So they ebb and
to the
flow,
earth.
right?
So, got nothing to do with climate. They have
No.
everything to do with the location
for
of the
fuck's
earth
sake.
and the moon.
Hey.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Yeah.
No. Will you fucking listen, please?
Well,
So
this
the
is Google.
getting.
How about this? From the Sarasota Bay Estuary Program, which I can guarantee you is not a conservative entity at all.
Yeah, right.
King tide is a higher than normal tide.
Yeah, I know what they are.
Typically lasts about 3 hours.
Oh,
They
for
occur
fuck's sake.
annually and predictably.
Yes.
In
Yes.
September through November in Miami,
my
king
fucking
tides may
sentence
cause
there?
residents to expand. Are you going to let me read this, or are you going to talk over me?
Excuse me, you've been talking over everyone else the whole time.
Well, it's my stream.
You can be a rude fuck.
I am a rude fuck. You've known me for 12.
You're an adult too, so you can. You're an adult as well,
I
so you
never
can
said I was
regulate it.
an adult. I'm saying, look, according to this website, the Sarasota
I know
Bay
what king tides are. The point that I'm getting at is
Okay.
SarasotaBay.org, if you want to look this up yourself. They say it is an annual thing and it's predictable and it's caused by the
Okay, can we let Libby talk now?
the moon and the earth. It is not caused by fucking climate.
I know what king tides are. I'm not a fucking idiot.
I didn't say you were. I'm reading
what
this
I'm
to the
getting
people
at.
that don't know what a king tide is.
I know what they are.
Can you just let Libby talk,
tide
please?
is not caused by climate change. It's caused by the orientation of the sun, the earth, and the moon. It's an annual thing, and it's a predictable thing.
Yeah, I know that they're predictable, and they can tell. They're getting worse.
No,
Yeah, that's
not
what she's trying
according
to
to
say
the
is that they're getting
Sarasota Bay
higher.
Estuary Program. They
They're
aren't.
getting higher.
Is that why I just looked up a fucking picture of one flooding the street?
Yeah.
It's
that happens.
Annual and it's
sometimes.
predictable.
Oh look.
Yeah, that happens.
We have a road here in Sarasota County called Beach Road. It's a road that runs parallel to the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America,
and it floods
on Fiesta Key. And every time it get a hard rain during summer, that road floods because and it floods during high tide because of high rain and high tide. And that road will flood out and it will draw sand onto the road and you have to scrape it out. And we can track that and it's not getting any worse than it's ever been. As a matter of fact, it's getting better because the men and women that live here in their infinite wisdom and their desire to protect life and property have figured out ways to allow Beach Road to drain better. It's not getting worse because of this mythical climate change. It's getting better. It's not getting worse. It's getting better because we fixed the drainage system.
It's flooding more frequently.
It's flooding more frequently. They have ways to
in Miami?
Yes, I'm looking it up. I'm fucking reading it.
And Miami is overdeveloped, and their infrastructure is crumbling because they're a corrupt bunch of,
Is now leading to more frequent and severe flooding compared to previous decades.
What website is that?
It's went on a Google search, and it's an AI overview of all of the fucking things. So it's all of the fucking news stories,
So it's just
all of the
collecting
pages.
I can't find it.
sources.
I can't find it.
If I fucking send this to you, you better fucking read it.
Miami.
Hang on, I'm fucking looking at it.
King tides in Miami are the highest tides of the year, typically occurring from September through November. These tides can cause sunny day flooding.
Oh, that's going to be a massive link. Sorry.
Hang on. Cause of king tides: gravitational pull, lunar cycle.
It's talking about it here.
It says nothing about climate change. It says gravitational pull of alignment of the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon.
Mate. So they're talking about, they mentioned the drains in this too.
Combined with other factors, the effects of king tides are more severe when combined with other events like storms, heavy rainfall, or high winds.
I just sent it to you.
I'm sorry. I'm not seeing where it says anything about climate change.
I sent it to you on Facebook.
I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, he's not on
on.
Facebook.
Oh,
right
you're
now.
dropping out and
For
roboting.
fuck's sake, I'm going over to Facebook. Jesus Christ. This guy in the background, ATS5. You got to turn your camera on or I'm not letting you in.
Yeah, don't let him in. Yeah.
Oh, you might have a stalker.
Hey, he might be another watermelon.
It's,
Yeah, it might be another watermelon farmer.
Hold on. I'm trying to call.
Libby don't know what a watermelon is. You have to explain it, really.
What are you talking about?
I was just on this page.
Which
I
page?
literally was just
the
on
one
this page, which is exactly what I was reading from.
Read it from the whole thing I sent you. You've got to read the whole
I just clicked on the
overview.
link. I was literally on the same page when I Googled King Tides Miami in Google. It's the same. And I see nothing about climate change. Where is it say climate change?
Okay, click on the fucking link.
I already did that.
The AI overview
Okay,
up the top.
Wait a minute. Causes of escalation, sea level rise. Is that what you're talking about? There's one sentence.
No. Oh, AI overview. There's a whole fucking massive paragraph of it.
No, there's one sentence.
Okay, what does it say?
Oh, that's the search term. That's the fucking, this whole thing. I'm going to fucking take screenshots of it. Holy shit.
I'm sorry. It's got one sentence that fundamental driver is the rise in global sea levels. Well, you know what? I'm not seeing global sea levels rising, or else that would have been reported by the people in this area, in Tampa, Fort Myers, Naples, Sarasota, Bradenton, Cedar Key, all the areas around here, and we're seeing nothing like that happen in the Gulf of America.
So they're just making it up for shits and giggles.
Compounding factors. Higher tides are made worse by other conditions such as strong east winds, heavy rainfall, the alignment of the Earth, Moon, Sun during
it talks about that,
full moons.
Yeah.
Which can especially be strong during
sea level rise, with recent events causing unprecedented flooding in areas like marinas, parking lots, and even connecting some previously separated beaches. While king tides are normal, they are becoming more severe, and other factors like strong onshore winds, which are common during events, exacerbate the flooding and create hazardous conditions like rip currents.
We get strong offshore winds every year during hurricane season. It's our wet season.
Don't shoot the fucking messenger. Residents.
I'm not shooting the messenger. I'm saying that strong winds coming from the east occur because during the tropical seasons, which it said from September to November, which is the peak of hurricane season, especially on the east coast of the United States, especially the east coast of Florida, you have winds driving in from the east off of Africa, driving across the Atlantic and hitting the east coast of Florida.
It says,
Okay.
and
That's not climate change. That's
So it's
just
not just
climate.
So it's not just it. It says other factors. So there's other ones other than it.
Exactly.
You don't,
should
you
take
don't know this
preventative
area
measures
like I do.
Huh?
Oh my God. You said you're going to deliver it today. It's now tomorrow. Fuck you.
What? What?
I hate UPS. I really
What?
He's waiting on a package and they're fucking him over again.
They were supposed to deliver it today. Now it's being delivered tomorrow.
Or they're just taking their normal time and
They're
he's just
taking the
losing
piss out of me is what they're doing.
You know, if Scott was your delivery driver, holy shit, he'd mess with you.
Well, thank God Scott isn't my delivery
Oh, he'd be the best delivery driver for you, such as avoiding driving through floodwaters and parking on high ground. Okay. Escalation.
Hey, Daniel Berry popped in here when I didn't see him. How you doing, man? Can you stop the sun, moon, patterns, running cycles? Yeah, climate change is a farce. Exactly. You can't stop the sun. You can't stop the moon. You can't stop the earth. You can't stop the interaction of the sun, earth, and moon together on time and tide and weather. And the hubris of mankind to think that they can cause or stop things that have to do with climate. It's just amazing to me. It's frankly shocking, the hubris of especially the left. Just the earth is the earth. It existed for millions of years before mankind.
Yeah.
Before mankind
and then
existed,
there was this thing
and it will
called,
exist long after mankind has left the earth.
And then we had the Industrial Revolution and started having like more CO2 entered into the fucking atmosphere.
You know what?
Warming the planet.
You
do know about the
three of the most useless discussions that could ever happen in
you
do
know about the greenhouse effect, right?
Or climate.
Yeah, so you do know about the greenhouse effect, yeah.
He doesn't believe in it.
No, I don't.
The increase in CO2, Vic, just magically doesn't do anything.
About CO2.
CO2
is one of the
necessary gas. CO2 is the necessary gas for forests.
Yes, a gas that keeps a gas that helps trap the heat from the
it's
sun,
also a gas that also is a requirement for plants.
Yeah, we need CO2.
Exactly, because it keeps.
But not the amount.
It also helps out with keeping the climate warm. Because warm because all the light from the sun.
To be colder?
So it traps the heat. Yeah. So yeah, and keeps us from freezing. You know. Keeps all the heat from escaping.
I'm sorry, I don't understand the argument. So you want the Earth to become colder and freeze up, and we can't grow
that
food?
More CO2 in the atmosphere means more heat traps. So warmer planet.
See, I don't understand. I don't understand the argument. We get rid of this assuming we can get rid of CO2, which we can't.
Well, I mean, you can by having.
Then you're going to make the earth colder. You're going to starve people out. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Well, I mean, you can trap CO2 with things like trees.
CO2 is necessary for plants to live. If you cut
I know.
CO2,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly, and it is made. And it's made by animals. It's animals.
I'm sorry, I just absolutely do not understand the logic behind any of this argument. I really don't. You're going to try and cut CO2, assuming that man can do it, which he can't.
Well, planting more
But as
trees would
soon as
help.
you can, you're going to cut down the fuel that is required for trees and plants and crops to grow. You're going to make the earth colder, and you're going to kill people. I
No,
don't
because
understand.
the
there
amount
is
that
enough
we have,
CO2 already, but yeah.
yes,
You're
the
going,
amount that we've got,
Yeah,
you're valuing
the
the
plants are not
earth
hurting
over
are not
people. I
hurting
don't
for
understand that. I
CO2.
really don't.
that
I
we've
mean,
got too much. That's the
even
problem.
even when you know the Earth had had a lot more
How are you
trees, you know,
going to do it?
like
How are you going
200
to do it?
years ago,
How are
and
you going to do it?
the trees were doing just fine with the amount of
How are you
CO2
going to
that was
cut
in the air
CO2?
before. Yeah, I'm saying that there was already enough CO2 for all the plants, even before the Industrial
Okay, so
Revolution.
the questions then become,
And there were more
what is
trees
quote
then,
unquote
and there's
normal
still plenty to
CO2
go
levels
around.
in the atmosphere? First question: what are the quote unquote normal levels of CO2 in the atmosphere? Nobody's answered
Okay,
Yeah,
hang
that
on.
that
So
I
what are
question.
don't
we looking
know.
for?
And
What are
then
we
how are
Pre
looking
you
for?
going to get to
What
that
would be
level?
considered
industrial.
a normal? Well,
Well,
I
what's
mean,
normal?
it
Are we
depends
going to go
on
back to
what
CO2 levels before
it
the
depends
Industrial
on what
Revolution? How are you going to get there?
it depends on the time period on Earth.
Well,
Let's talk
okay,
There
about.
were times
let's
when there was more CO2 in the
Uh,
atmosphere, and there are
okay,
times when there
Vic,
was
Vic, Vic,
less.
Vic, Vic, Vic. First of all, you have to, if you're going to go with this mythical, we put too much CO2 into the atmosphere, we have to get back to something. Okay,
Yeah,
first of all, you have to establish where quote unquote normal is. And there's an
Pre-industrial
argument.
CO2 levels
exactly.
were approximately 280 parts per million.
And how
Okay, how are you going to
and
get
what
there?
is it now?
And why is that an
I can have a look.
arbitrary
What
correct?
is it?
And why is
What
that
is it now?
arbitrarily correct
Hang
level?
on, I'm having a look.
How are you
Current,
going to
or
get
we'll just
there?
look up current.
Trying to figure out what it is
How
now.
are
So
you going to get
current
there?
CO2 levels are 426.84 parts per million.
Right.
How are you going to get there?
Well, I mean,
So
you can
it's
reduce it some. Look,
it's
this is the
How?
thing.
increased. So that's increased by
I'm
like
not saying that we have
1.6.
to turn around. Hang on, can I just say something first? I'm
Go
not
ahead.
saying that we have to go back to 280, but it's not going to hurt to try and reduce it some.
How?
Guys, I tell you how. I tell you how. They are
You
free.
can't.
You can. You can.
Well, first thing you're going to have to do is you're going
You
to have
can
to get
ban
China
it,
and India
but you
to
can
get on
reduce
board,
it.
and they won't.
Yeah.
And
So
the problem is China and India, who are the biggest CO2
Exactly.
producers in the world, will not do
exactly.
it. So, first step would be
Oh shit, I gotta go.
bring the people
Exactly. So
uh,
it's China and
to get
India. Yeah.
rid of their cars if they
I
go on the road for long
love
runs.
Yeah, it's
Let's
up to
say you go
China
from
and India.
Sarasota to Tennessee. You can put your car on a train, sit your ass down in a train. So go out of the train and take your car and ride the 4 miles in Tennessee. You don't have to drive from Sarasota to
you can't
Tennessee.
ship a
So,
car
and
from
millions,
Florida to
above
Tennessee.
millions of people in Europe and in America and in China and in Japan do exactly this. So
Okay,
that's
first of
that's
all,
the first point. The second point is
man, you can't get a car from Florida to Tennessee. The auto train that we only have one auto train, then it runs from Sanford, Florida to Virginia, not
I mean
Right.
that's how they do it in Germany. So
well, we don't have that here,
yeah,
and nobody
but
can do it
you can do it. I only
well.
explain the
When
ways
you can
how
put
you
up
can
the
do it,
capital for
not if
somebody
they
to
do
build an
it.
auto train like that, let me know.
Saleen, I only explain how you can do it, not if they do it. So the second one is you have to get rid of all these coal heat factories. They burn coal and make electricity and heat and boiling water with it. You can't do this anymore. There are
so
way
there
cheaper
is,
ways.
so
So
there is a
Sven,
yes
before
to
you went off,
answer.
so
before you went
and
off the rails,
it's the US
figuratively and
did
literally.
did a good job in this. So Europe did a good job, but China and India and the Philippines, it's it's
You
it's
can't
99% coal.
change anything until you get China and India and the rest of the third world to start behaving themselves like you want them to in the
Exactly.
first world.
You can do
That's the
this.
biggest
That's what
hurdle
has to
right
happen.
there.
The problem
China's
is,
putting coal-fired plants online at the rate of like
Yeah.
one plant every month or something like that.
yeah, the problem is China listen to nobody because they are so far ahead now of everyone, so far ahead. They are light years ahead of the USA, of Russia, of Germany. They have everything what they want. So, and the US can't say anything to China because if China says, okay, you want this, you get not a single dollar anymore from us.
China's
The US
biggest
is
polluter in
bankrupt
the world.
tomorrow.
Yes, we know
can't
that.
have any kind of effective quote
and-
unquote climate change legislation in the world
So
until you
you
get
have
China
to bring
to
the
stop polluting.
Chinese. Yeah, you have to bring the Chinese and the Indian to a table
And they
as
won't.
as a world and not
Oh.
as a lonely state like Germany or Italy or the US or Russia or whatever. You have to tell them, okay, if you don't ban your coal factories, your coal heat, electricity, building things, whatever you call it, we
That's
don't,
unrealistic.
we do no
Sven.
business with
The
you
world
anymore.
relies on China for everything. You can't get
Yeah.
them to turn it off. They know that they have us literally over a barrel, and they're not going to turn off their polluting ways.
Yeah, but not in Europe. The
They're not gonna
Chinese,
do it.
the Europeans are not. The Europeans can do it. If Europe
they
says, if you don't do it, we make no business with them. They are done.
Then who's going to replace the industrial base that China provides for, especially the Europeans?
No
The
one.
Europeans have shut down
No
their
one.
industrial base for the
Yeah,
most part. They
maybe
rely on China.
maybe we bring back our own manufacturing.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to burn fossil fuels to manufacture. So
Right.
No.
you just
Unless
defeated
we
your own argument.
unless we do something that doesn't use greenhouse gases.
Well, you could go nuclear, which France has actually done very well, but I don't
use
think
nuclear or
environmental
use
green parties in
hydrogen.
Europe are going to go for nuclear.
Yeah, or use hydrogen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't do hydrogen because they can't produce enough of it for industrial purposes. We're certainly not going to have any fusion reactors in the near future. Natural
fusion,
gas
not
is,
in the next 50
you're going
years.
to rely on Russia for natural gas. That's not going to work. You rely on China for everything, and China's burning coal like it was going out of style. The whole policy of this anti-global warming nonsense is a house of cards built on a liquid mud base that makes no sense.
Oh, by the way, quick, from the 9th to the 25th, I'm not online. I have family over here, and the house is full, and I don't want to come online. Maybe for 10 minutes or so, say hello, but not for long. From the 9th to the 21st.
You're going to be able to come on the 10th to at least go over how we did on the.
I come in 10 minutes and then I leave.
Or you can email the results to me or.
No. I come in, make the new games, 10 minutes, but I can't hang out 2 hours because my family will kill me.
I'll tell you what, remind me of that when I log on. Remind me that you're under a time crunch in the chat, and I'll drop the link right away, and we'll get you in.
We get it done.
Yeah. So anyway, so Saleen, So there was
Go ahead.
something else I wanted to ask you about.
I hope it's not about climate change. I think we
No, it's
beat this
not.
to death.
No, it's not. This is about the boats. It's about like the the alleged drug boats.
Oh, kill them
Yeah.
all,
So
let God
anyway, so
sort 'em
I'm
out.
sure that that you probably heard about there was like this one boat that got blown up, and then after they did that, they went back to finish them off,
Yeah,
and they're like people who are like clinging to
yeah,
the wreckage of the boat
yep,
as well, and those people got taken out when they came back to finish them
yep.
off, and
Yeah,
then
I
people
heard
are
about it.
saying that was unlawful because they were no longer a threat, because
No.
it was like whores day combat, I think they call that. So they said that
Well,
was unlawful what they did.
okay. Yeah, I heard about that. And I would point out that the Marxist Muslim Barack Hussein Obama was responsible for the death of between five and
Yes.
600
Yeah,
civilians,
yes,
including
also aware
Americans,
of
that he
that.
killed by drone strikes.
Yes, also
And
aware of that. But
and
two wrongs don't make a right.
no, I'm not saying that it's two wrongs make a right. I'm just saying that Barry Hussein, the Marxist Muslim, killed a lot of civilians
Yeah, and
via
I
drone
get
strikes, and
and I get
nobody on the left
what you're
raised an
saying.
eyebrow.
Yeah, I
And
get what
also,
you're
don't
saying,
forget,
and that was
putting it,
bad.
Biden killed
Yeah, that was bad.
a whole family of civilians, including children, right after the debacle in Afghanistan,
Yes.
and nobody said a word about that. I think there were like 17 dead in that one. So I have no problem with killing people who are trying to import drugs into America. And if we shot a boat out of the water and somehow a couple of people survived and we went back and finished the job, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
good. You are
so
trying
how
to
do we
kill
know?
people
So
in my
what if
country. You need to die.
Yeah, so what if what if some of the boats didn't actually have any drugs
Uh,
on them, some of them? What if
well,
we what if we blew up a boat that didn't have any drugs on it?
well, that's an interesting what if, but has that happened? Has anyone said
I
that
don't know.
the boats that we've blown out of the water are not drug boats? Has anyone made that report? Has anyone made that claim? I haven't heard that claim. And believe me, I watch the news and I know the leftist media in here. If we even scratched a boat that didn't have drugs on it, they would be screaming at the top of their lungs. They're not. According to the sources in the government, we validate these boats and their contents and the people on them before we before we blow them up. We validate who they are, what's on the boat. We have intelligence on the ground that helps us do that. Now, is it possible that somewhere along the line, they'll make a mistake? Yeah, absolutely. It's possible. Have they made a mistake up to this point? I would argue they haven't, because we haven't heard about it. And believe me, like I said, the leftist media in this country are absolutely ready to pounce the second that Trump makes a mistake on anything. And they haven't. So I am sitting here at the moment on December 3rd, 2025 at 4:48 in the evening, with a high confidence level that we're doing the job that we're supposed to be doing, which is interdicting these drugs in international waters, by the way, drugs that are killing people in our country, and we're doing what we
Yeah,
need to do to stop it from happening. And I'm very comfortable with blowing those boats out of the water, and I'm very comfortable in going back and finishing the job in the one case where
Right. Even
the
if, right.
job wasn't finished. I'm very comfortable with going back and finishing.
Even if their boat was already destroyed.
Yes. Yes, because those men were about to commit murder in this country, and they deserve. It's the old adage of no quarter asked, no quarter given. These men are importing drugs that injure and kill thousands and thousands of Americans every day. They're not asking for any quarter or any special treatment to do what they're doing, so we should not give them any. They're bringing stuff into this country that kills people. We need to do whatever we need to do to prevent it from happening. And if that means shooting a missile into a speedboat, now that may be, driving in a nail with a sledgehammer, but you know what? We need to use the tools that we have to stop this from happening, to stop this poison from entering our country, because that's what it is, a poison.
That's
And
right.
it's being done
can't
with the tactic approval of a narco-terrorist government in Venezuela.
Right.
We need to send a message to them that this will not be tolerated.
Yeah, so if we stop those boats from coming here, then people here will not be able to get their hands on those drugs.
Well, we hope not, or at least we are going to make it more difficult.
Vic, I'll give you an example.
It's not a foolproof solution, Vic. I'm not saying it is a foolproof solution. Drugs will get into this country, I'm sure. But you know what? We need to be doing everything we can do to
stop them.
To hurt the drug trafficking in every way possible.
To try to
we have a powerful military with incredible intelligence and incredible tracking and killing capabilities, and we need to use it.
And we are using it. So
yes, and I'm very, very comfortable with it, and I'm very happy we finally have a leadership in place that is willing to use the tools that were given to them.
Yeah, but
absolutely, I'm comfortable.
The USA should start to educate the kids in the school about drugs.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with that too, 100%.
So, and I mean, in Germany, they legalized marijuana 2 years ago, and you don't see any dealers
teach the kids
anymore.
We do teach the kids not to do drugs. I mean,
we need to do more of that. But we also
you have to do it. You have to do it the right way.
Teaching about the dangers of drugs. I mean, since I was in elementary school. So
yeah,
I mean,
and
when
we
I
should be doing as much of that as possible, but we need to cut the supply off. If not cutting the supply off in the countries where it's originating, like Colombia and Venezuela, the minute that stuff leaves the shores of those countries and gets into international waters, you're fair fucking game. Yes,
the problem is
drugs are bad. That's right.
Look, take Atlanta. You are a Mexican drug lord. So
drugs are bad.
You bring drugs to Georgia. So and you bring it to Atlanta. So the people buy these drugs. So most of these people can't afford these drugs, and they do drug criminality. They steal, they hurt people, they murder people for money to get on their hands on their drugs. So, and this is an endless repeating, and an endless circle of crime, and an endless circle of violence, and this has to stop. This kills your cities: Baton Rouge, Memphis, Atlanta. Jackson, Mississippi,
Sarasota.
I can name you 50 towns in the U.S.
Well, you know what?
War zones.
Education is one prong of one side of the sword. The other side of the sword is cut off the supply, and you cut off the supply any way you can. And if that means firing a missile into a speedboat in international waters and sending it to Davy
I'm
Jones.
fine with this.
David Jones locked.
I'm good with that.
I'm fine with this.
I'm very good with that because
If
then
you
you
bring
cut the
drugs in my
supply.
country, you have to know I blow you up.
Yeah, I mean, these
Yeah.
people have to know if you're going to try and
Exactly.
bring fentanyl and heroin and cocaine and all those other drugs that can injure and kill people, you're trying to bring that shit into my country, and I have
I
the
blow you
ability
up.
to stop you with a simple missile strike.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to know that I'm going to do it. And we've proven it. We have made it very, very clear. We're going to shoot those boats out of the water. We're going to shoot those submarines out of the water.
In Vietnam, if you get caught with 1 gram of drugs, you get the death penalty. In Vietnam.
And
There's no excuse there.
I mean, if it's costing a missile to sink a speedboat, and kill some narco terrorists versus the life of even one kid on the streets of America, you know what? Goodbye, narco terrorists. Goodbye, boat.
Yeah, check the terrorists out. It's the easier way.
I'm
Goodbye,
going to
narco.
protect
Goodbye, boat.
Yeah, it's
I'm
the
going
easier
to
and the right
protect
way to do it.
my citizens.
Bye, narco. Goodbye,
We
boat.
have to protect the citizens of this country.
Yes, we do.
It's. I mean, what is it? The oath of office for the president of the United States includes the lines "protect this country." Paraphrasing: "Protect the country from all threats, foreign and domestic." It is within his power or her power, if we ever get to that point. It is within the president's power to protect the country from internal and external threats. Drug traffickers are a threat to this country's security, to their to the economy, and to the lives of our citizens.
Yep.
And if it's if a simple missile strike can take out
And
a
the
boat,
security, the people don't feel safe in Atlanta because they know there are drug addicts. They will hurt them for $10.
I sure as hell
they
ain't
should
going to
send in.
downtown.
Yes, they should
I'm not
send
going
You
in.
know
to
what I'm
downtown,
talking about.
you know?
Send in the National Guard, right?
Was that
Well, it's work
Yeah,
every
yes,
time.
yes, a sin
Every
is
time you
saying,
sent the
yeah.
National Guard
No,
into a
no,
crime-ridden city, it's
no.
work.
You have to disrupt the cartels. You have to go. You have to work with the Mexican and Colombian government and tell them, okay, you tell us where are the places, and we ship drones and blow them up.
They don't want to work with us.
Yeah, then don't let them in.
So we take on the responsibility ourselves.
Listen. If that's the case, if the Mexican president says to Donald Trump, I don't work with you in puncto of the Sinaloa cartel or whatever in puncto drugs, Trump says, okay, we close the border to Mexico. No, not a single Mexican ever will cross this border until you agree to this. I close the border. And we will see. And 2 days later, the Mexican president will call Trump or Obama or whoever your president is and say, okay, deal. Close the border. Not a single Mexican, not a single Colombian, not a single Venezuelan comes in this country until we get your agreement to bring these drug lords down. That's the deal. And the US would pay for the drones and for the missiles. They do the military operations, and the Venezuelan and Colombian government says, okay, here are the coordinates. These are the cocaine plantations and the fabrics where they make the cocaine and the fent and this stuff. And the US goes in with drones, checks it, and bomb these places up. Period.
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
And if you
Yeah,
do this
yeah,
10 times,
yeah, I would like to do that. Yeah.
yeah, and that's the right way to do it. There's no other way. I mean, these drug lords have more money as Bill Gates and Elon Musk together.
Well, here's the
And nobody
thing.
knows
All the
them.
money in the world isn't going to prevent a cruise missile from flying up their ass.
Yeah. So
There's no
burn
security
their
that they have
burn
that
their
can,
asses.
that can prevent that from happening.
Yeah.
But you know
Burn
what,
these places
guys?
down
It
to
is
the
5
ground.
o'clock, and I got to go.
Okay. Saleen, as I said, I come in Wednesday for 20 minutes, half an hour. We do our
Okay.
deal. And
I'll try and
then-
remember that so I get the link dropped real quick and
no, I will not be here at 6. I come a little bit later.
oh, okay. When I see you pop into the live chat, I'll drop the link.
I let you know.
Okay.
I let you know.
Vic,
So,
Vicky, you doing the
Nate,
shit
have a
show?
good time
Yeah.
and don't freeze too hard in Nebraska.
No. So
Yeah.
Vic and Nate are doing the shit show right after I log off, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone head over to Vic's channel except for me because I got to leave the house.
Yeah. Have a good time, guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you, Vic. Or I'll see you in a minute. Great show, Saleen, as always.
I try my best. Thanks for coming, Nate. Vic, thanks for coming too, of course. Anyway, lively discussion. Kicked off by our buddy Libby. Good old Libby. She's always good for kicking off an interesting discussion or making us all laugh. And thank you guys in the chat for being here and sitting through that. Don't forget to click the thumbs up on the way out. It is appreciated. I'm going to get going. Everyone enjoy the rest of the week. And of course, enjoy the shit show over on Vic's channel right now. And enjoy the conference championship games, which are happening on Friday and Saturday. Should be interesting. I bet you that Georgia is finally going to get their win over Alabama, which they have been lacking. I suspect that Georgia's finally going to get that monkey off their back. But what do I know? I'm just a old guy with a YouTube channel. I don't know anything. Anyway, y'all have a good rest of the week. We'll see you next week for episode 243 of Wednesday Afternoon Live with me, SaleenDriver. Peace.